What is up, my Planet Coaster patrons? Johnny5 Alive here, and I welcome you to our first ever Patreon video. This is an exclusive video for Patreons only, and you guys get to interact and be a part of one of the upcoming shows for a new series on the channel called Top 10 Coasters of the Month. So the way this is going to work is I've created a list here on this thing called Playbuzz. You can only get access to it by direct link only, and it's going to list all the top 10 or all the coasters that we featured in January. I think there's like 28 of them or something. So let me put my headphones on here. First, a little example here. If you just middle mouse click this text here, it's going to open up a new tab for you. Yeah, it's going to start the video or at the timestamp of which the video starts playing. So here you go, and you get to see the coaster right away. So if we just click on any of these, for example, I could just go through, middle mouse click, middle mouse click, middle mouse click, and then boom, we're riding the coaster of Cube of Illusion right there. And then Avatar Park, boom, riding the coaster right there. Everything's starting at the perfect timestamp. So if you need a refresher on how the coaster rides, you don't have to go back and watch the full episodes. You simply just have to click the link provided right here. So this is a great way to get a refresher. If you haven't seen the episode or you don't remember the coaster, then there it is right there for you. There's a nice thumbnail of the episode itself. So to refresh your memory for the hardcore fans, you've probably already seen these and you probably already have an idea of what your favorites were. So you simply just have to refresh your memory on all the coasters, go through it all, and then what you get to do here is there's an upvote downvote system. So there's an up arrow and a down arrow. The way I would like you guys to try and approach this is to upvote 10 of your favorite coasters and downvote the rest. So I kind of did a little, I was just testing the system myself, and I was just kind of going through and going, yeah, that was great, that was great. And you know, some of the ones I actually thought were really great. For example, like Bluebeard. I loved Bluebeard, but I had to give it a downvote because I used up my 10 votes as I was going through here. So there were a lot of coasters here, and if you're wondering why there's two of this was a double episode, so both the timestamps are actually different. So you get to see Dark Matter in this one and Alien Overload in this one. Yeah, I really loved all these coasters that I unfortunately had to downvote. I ran out of votes. You guys can sort of approach this differently than I did. If you want, like if there was a coaster, like say you really love Foxy's Racing and you want this one to be #1 for the month, you could technically upvote this one and downvote everything else just to be sure that this gets an extra vote and the others do not. You can do whatever you want with it. Essentially, you could technically come in here and upvote everything, but then that'll just kind of nullify your vote because everything will technically stay the same. So you have a little bit of influence and power here with this little system. You can kind of do whatever you feel like, have a little bit of fun with it, but generally I think you should come in here and try and vote for 5 to 10 of your favorites and then downvote the rest. I mean, you don't even really have to downvote anything because if you vote something, that should be good enough. But say, you know, that's what I'm saying, you have a little bit of control here. You could come in here and just upvote 5, you could upvote 10, you could not downvote any. If there was one that was pulling ahead that you didn't feel like it deserved first place, you could downvote it and then upvote the one that would put it ahead. So there's a few ways you can approach this. You just have some fun with it. And at the end of the month, this month, so we have about 2 weeks left in this month, I'm going to take all the stats here and kind of look at what got the most upvotes, and that's going to become the top 10. All the rest, the other 16 or 18 or whatever, won't actually make it on. If something so happens to get tied, let's say Foxy's Racing Track and Cube of Illusion get tied, I'll be the deciding factor of which I enjoyed more. So I'll be the tiebreaker. Just to give you guys a little behind the scenes thought process of why I did things this way, I could have just given my opinion, but that's my opinion. For example, I have a lot of biased opinions towards Foxy's Racing Track. I can tell you right now that this one's my favorite. It's my favorite. It's my opinion. There's a lot of things that I talk about in that video that make it my favorite. I don't really need to explain myself again. If you watch the video or if you remember the video, you'll see how many cool mechanics go into making this coaster amazing. However, I'm also huge into the Foxy, branding. I really love the Foxy stuff. I've made a lot of Street Fox coffee shops. I'm a coffee addict. I always have a coffee at hand here ready to go. So I'm super biased towards this, and I'm also a big fan of Placeable Coasters and Riddler Revenge's work. So for me, maybe this isn't the #1 coaster. I want to know what your guys' opinion is. Maybe you thought this one is. And I also thought about approaching this based on views. However, the nature of YouTube and things going viral is very random. Like this image drew people in and it got 60,000 views and it's my most popular video. Does that mean it deserves to win? I mean, there's things that we talked about that could be improved on this coaster, and the creator Pixelated did not go back and make those improvements. There are coasters in here where people have made the improvements and stuff. So there's just certain things that, you know, go into what makes these worth voting on, and I don't think views is the best way to do it. Well, if we were doing a view-based thing, Cube of Illusion would have for sure gotten first place. But maybe some of you think Pandora was a lot more creative. Maybe you're more into big vistas and scenic views, or maybe you really like the icy, cool nighttime lighting coasters. Maybe that strikes you as more appealing. Maybe Firewatch with all those, you know, 10,000 triggered events or whatever it was a lot more impressive to you. So it really comes up to your opinion. And based off of how we do, I'm not sure I'm gonna do the top 10 coasters at the end of the video, but I might just do something where I pin down the volume a little bit and talk over the coasters. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna still try and give my opinion on why, you know, let's just say, for example, you guys voted Pandora Lost City to #1. I'll talk about why I think that deserves #1. And, you know, maybe we can get your guys' opinion on this as well. So there's still some things that I gotta flesh out, but for now, the voting system is in place. So the link is gonna be down in the posting of this video, and I'm not sure how it works yet, or the link of this video. Either way, you guys are gonna get a link, and you click that link, it'll take you to this BuzzFeed. I have to ask you to be fair, and because this is access by link only, technically you could share this link with people. So I have to ask you to please do not share this link with anybody, as I want to limit this to patrons and Planet Coaster founders only. Keep this link to yourself, use it one time and use it for yourself and keep it to yourself. And that's all I ask of you guys. That would be so great. Please don't share it on Facebook, social media, or anything like that. Depending on how many people vote in this and how many participants we get, I hope that will be enough. I don't want to have to make this public because I want to give you guys exclusive rewards for becoming patrons and all that stuff. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Hopefully you have fun with this. I can't wait to see what your guys' votes go, what gets upvoted, what gets downvoted. I'm really curious to see what happens here. All right, everybody, and that's going to do it for this video. Thank you to all my patrons. Thank you guys for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.